Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So summer is officially here. We've had multiple days where the weather has been anywhere between 20 and 30 degrees. It's been hot in Toronto. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you all of the summer wardrobe essentials that I'm gonna be wearing this season. Essentially, this is gonna be my summer capsule wardrobe and all of the pieces that I just want to be reaching for to feel stylish and cool, and then cool, like not hot. Well, I still want to be hot. You know what I mean? In the summertime. Like I want to be hot, but not hot. And I want to be cool and cool. You get it. Anyways, yes, I love being cringe. That's just my specialty. So for me personally, I find summer to be the most difficult season to dress for because it's just too hot. I find what I typically rely on in other seasons to feel really chic and put together is through things like layering, but in the summer, sometimes it's simply too hot to do that. So with these pieces, I think they're the tools that are great to utilize to still feel chic in the summer, but you still have a relatively simple outfit that still keeps you cool and looks good all throughout the season. So that's really what I am focusing on when it comes to a lot of these pieces. And with this wardrobe in particular, I'm really hoping to touch on a bunch of different places where you can wear these pieces. So I still work in a business casual kind of corporate setting, so I want to be able to cover work as well as weekends, play, and some date nights, which a capsule wardrobe is really supposed to do for you. You want these pieces to be really versatile, that you can wear across a bunch of different occasions and that still feel good and chic and appropriate for where you're going. So I think this wardrobe will cover a lot of bases, and I hope it gives you some ideas if you're gonna be building your own summer capsule wardrobe. So let's get into it. The first item I think every capsule wardrobe needs is some version of a relaxed shirt. In my wheelhouse, it's gonna be a button down, and I really prefer to look for shirts that are made of linen, cotton, and sometimes tencel or a blend of those fabrications. So for me, there are two key things you need to think about when it comes to summer dressing, and that's fabrication and the way the actual garment drapes on your body. That's really gonna help you when it comes to your sweat factor. And the other thing I like to think about is how tight or close to the body a lot of my, especially tops, are. I really like a more flowy, looser fitting type of silhouette, especially in the summer, because when things just start getting too close to your body, that's when things can get really, really hot. And if they are synthetic and close to your body, then I don't know what to tell you, you are just going to melt. I love these because they're just so chill. You can wear them on their own, or what I like to really use a button down for is my layering piece in the summer. It almost acts as like your jacket, your cardigan, or your blazer, because when you're out and about in the heat, you still may want to cover things like your shoulders, your back, your arms. You want some coverage from the sun, but don't want to be too hot. Then a linen button down is going to be amazing for that. If you're not a button down person, think of it as a jacket instead, and I think you can get a lot of mileage and a lot of wear out of a piece like this in your wardrobe. I'm gonna be kind of jumping all around my rack here, but the next thing I think that is a really important thing to focus on when it comes to summer dressing is your footwear. I think because it is so hard to layer and wear a lot of really interesting textures and just to feel really polished and elevated in your clothing in the summer, then I think it's more of a benefit to focus on having some great footwear to really just kick your outfit up a notch. And that's where I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Flattered. So I worked with Flattered before. They are an amazing Scandinavian brand that focuses on really high quality and timeless footwear and accessories. They have so many amazing minimal styles. I've been wearing their ballet flats like on repeat, nonstop ever since I tried them. And they sent me a few of their summer sandals to show you in today's video. I think they have a lot of really great styles that are both, if you want something a bit more chunky and kind of heavyweight, a bit more of a statement, and if you want something that's a bit more refined, dainty. They have a ton of great options, so I think there is something for everyone. So a silhouette that I was missing in my summer wardrobe was something like this. These are the My Leather sandals from Flattered. They come in this really nice cognac color and in a black, and I really like that they have that kind of thicker strap over the foot with this really nice leather bow detailing. And I like the square toe silhouette. It feels just a little bit more modern and kind of a bit edgier to me compared to if you were doing like a round or an almond toe in a sandal. So it just feels a little bit less ladylike, but still really nice and refined in my opinion. But if I wanted to dress up a really casual outfit, like a pair of cotton shorts and a t-shirt, I could throw these on with a great pair of sunglasses, a bag, and it would really elevate the look compared to something like a Birkenstock that will really dress something down. And what I really love about Flattered is their focus on the quality and being as environmentally sustainable and friendly as they can be. So they're aiming to have all of their leathers be 100% chrome free. They also offer vegan leather options if you don't want to participate in buying leather. And the leather that they do use is a byproduct and waste product from other industries. So it really nothing goes to waste. And I think it's a really nice circular model to create some really beautiful pieces. I also chose these Unisha sandals. These are really nice and dainty, very pretty sandal that have a very, very tiny kitten heel. These are very, very comfortable. I would say size up. They do tend to run a little bit small, but something with a bit more dainty straps that just feels a little less heavy, I think is also a nice way to just lift up a look and make it feel a little bit more evening, refined. But I like to use a shoe like this as a bit of contrast against a more casual outfit, especially because I like to dress a lot more casually in the summer, or it's just too hot, I find, to do anything too dressed up. So I think, again, a shoe is where you can play around with that. So I would say don't sleep on Flattered if you are looking to add a few new beautiful and long-lasting / well-made sandals and footwear, plus accessories too, to your summer wardrobe. I'll leave everything linked down below, and you can also save 10% by using my link in the description. Thanks, Flattered. I think in the summer, you can't go wrong with a t-shirt, especially if you don't want to wear a tank top or show your shoulders. I think a t-shirt's a really good option. And the thing is about t-shirts is that not all t-shirts are created equal. So what I particularly look for in a tee is for it to be slightly boxy in fit and loose off the body. So especially in the summer, I really don't like a super tight fitting t-shirt. And I look for t-shirts that can be dressed up and dressed down. So something that you can wear to work that feels really polished and elevated, but it can also be dressed down with a pair of like denim shorts, some Birkenstocks, just like a really casual outfit, but the t-shirt still looks really refined and polished, so you don't feel like you just didn't try when it comes to your outfit. Next thing I love to wear in my summer wardrobe are tank tops and tube tops. So go for a silhouette that you find you like to wear the most. I really like a racerback silhouette like this. Some of you have mentioned in the comments that you find this kind of tank top not that flattering on me, and the mention is that I have very rounded shoulders, but you know, wear what you like. I really like these silhouettes because they have a higher neck, so I get a little bit of coverage on my chest, especially to protect my skin from the sun. But I like a tank top because it's just a bit more breezy in terms of like the underarm situation in the summer, but you can also really get a variety of silhouettes here. So I like a racerback and a ribbed racerback that fits a bit more close to the body. So with very little elastane, this one does have a little bit of stretch in it, but it is mostly cotton, so that keeps it nice and breathable with some good hugging to the body there. But I also love a nice tube top. You can also get an option like this or like this that just feels a little bit more elevated if you want a bit more of a polished, fancy kind of look. But adding a few tank tops in a few different cuts and silhouettes, I think it's absolutely key. So go for what you like. And I think having a variety of those shapes and silhouettes is a nice way to make sure you're covering all your bases, from casual to workwear to a bit more fancy and elevated across the board. Something I am really excited to play around more with this summer is a really easy summer dress. So I have a couple of different silhouettes here that I am excited to play around with this season and that I have actually been wearing quite a bit. So yay for me. If you're new to this channel, then you know I'm not a huge fan of dresses. I wouldn't describe myself as a dress person, but sometimes in the summer it is just too hot to wear anything else. I think that if you are reluctant to wear dresses, what I've been finding is that you just kind of have to look for the right dress for you. So this is where you might want to lean into your style words that describe your personal style and how you want to feel in it. And then again, that's when leaning into fabrication and silhouette is really important because you just want to feel good in it. So the ones that I found I feel really great in is something like this. So just a simple ribbed cotton jersey dress. This one is from COS. I've had it for a few years now, but I think this looks really beautiful on its own because it's just a really nice, sleek, black, simple silhouette, but it kind of feels like you're wearing a tank top, and it is quite long. So I still, for me, feel really quite covered. And I like that this can be layered with things like the button-down shirts, If you want to throw a vest over top, I think that would look really cool. And even something like a linen blazer, if I'm going to work, I could definitely wear something like this. I think a dress like this is a really great underrated staple that can be easily dressed up and dressed down. Another silhouette that I've personally been loving is a strapless silhouette. So this one is a really nice thin breezy material, and I find it wears so beautifully on its own. It looks so chic and sophisticated by itself. This is in a nice rich brown color, which I think I just really love on me personally. And it has this really pretty open back, which feels a bit more summery and again, kind of sexy, sophisticated. It kind of drapes all the way down off of your body, so it gives you some shape, but the skirt still kind of feels quite flowy. And I've layered things like t-shirts over this to make it feel a bit more casual and sporty. So I think a dress like this is a really nice option because of that layering factor. So if you wanted to, you can make it feel more sporty during the day, but then if you're gonna go out to dinner, you just like take the t-shirt off or take the button down off and you have yourself a really sexy, beautiful, refined summer dress. I've had this dress for years and I have never felt brave enough to wear it, but this is the summer that I want to rock it. So this is a really beautiful cotton poplin dress from a brand called Faithful, but a cotton poplin dress I just think is so easy, it's so flowy, and I really like this silhouette where it's a little bit more hugging to the body, so it gives you a bit of a figure and then it kind of poofs out into an A-line skirt, but it's not too poofy, it doesn't feel too bohemian, and I really like how the straps here are really minimal. So this is a dress that I can get behind. I think it's very easy to wear. The nice thing about a good summer dress is that it's just one item dressing. I think if you don't know what to wear in the summer, just go for a dress and you're basically done. So when it comes to summer dressing, I think it really doesn't get much easier than this. Similar to the dress, I think it's a good option to have maybe one or two skirts in your summer wardrobe. For me personally, I really like a maxi skirt, something that's a bit more flowing and gives me a lot more coverage because I tend to prefer a longer silhouette, but also I just like to be able to protect my skin from the sun. So I just have a couple of options here. One is this cotton poplin skirt from COS. You've seen this in a few of my styling videos, but I like this because it is quite minimal, even though it's in a darker color where you think, oh no, I'm going to sweat like heck in that. The fact that it is made of a really lightweight cotton poplin, like you can hear it, it feels really kind of breezy and easy to wear. So I don't necessarily shy away from darker colors in my summer wardrobe. I like to wear blacks, navies, darker tones, but if that's the case, then the fabrication has to be spot on. That's kind of a little tip if you don't necessarily like to wear lighter colors. Just make sure the fabrication is something that's breathable and preferably loose off the body, and I think you'll be okay. And another fabrication I didn't really touch on yet is silk. I do like to wear silks in the summer, but it has to be, again, in a silhouette that is really flowy and easy to move and breathe in. So I find this skirt is actually kind of a year-round skirt for me. It's my silk skirt from Reformation. It is made of 100% silk, so it is quite breezy, and it's this beautiful maxi silhouette. So I get that coverage, I get that nice length and elongation in the styling that I want. But I find a maxi skirt like this dresses down so easily. Like this to me feels like a really polished, fancy lady piece that I might really only reach for on a date night, but you can totally pair this with a pair of more casual sandals, with a t-shirt, throw on a really casual crossbody bag, even a baseball cap, and you're good to go for the farmer's market or coffee in the mornings. But silk tends to be a lot more breathable than something like a polyester satin, for example. So if I'm going to go for a fabrication like this, I want to make sure it's made of silk. All right, so there's been a lot of skirts and dresses in this capsule wardrobe, but I am not going to neglect the fact that I really do like to wear pants the most often in the summer. Fabrications like wool are a little bit difficult to wear in the summertime for me. Even if it's a flowy silhouette, I find, you know, if you're sitting down long enough, then you're gonna be standing up in a pile of sweat. So this is where I really like to go for a linen trouser in particular. When it comes to trousers, I think there's two silhouettes that you can go for in the summer. Then I think a pleated linen trouser like this is a really great option. These are from Dish. I've had them for a couple of years now, and I think they're really nice. They're 100% linen, but the linen is quite soft, so it doesn't feel very starchy or scratchy. Some linen can feel very stiff in my opinion, but these feel really nice. But sometimes it's even just too hot to have anything feeling too tight around your waist. You don't want to go for that level of polish. Maybe you want a bit more of a flowy, more bohemian, casual look. And I think a pair of linen trousers trousers like this with a drawstring or like this is another really great breezy option to have. These ones here are from Uniqlo and they are a rayon linen cotton blend. So there is some semi-synthetic fabric in here, but rayon does tend to be a bit more breathable. And what the rayon does in here is help to reduce wrinkling. So the downside of 100% linen is that it can wrinkle quite easily. So that's where those blends kind of come into play to help reduce that wrinkling. I personally like it. I think it adds some fun texture to an outfit. And then because I don't want to have all just like darks in my wardrobe, I do have these pair of white drawstring linen trousers from COS. I will say that these are a bit sheer, so that's where that nude underwear is going to come into play. But I love this with like a slim tank top or tube top with it, a pair of sandals, and I think it just looks really casual and really cool. You can throw on your button-down shirt over top, so it feels really, really flowy and kind of just, I don't know, there's almost like an ethereal vibe to white trousers. But you can go for a camel color, a sandy color, I think, or even a silk pair of elasticated waistband trousers is going to be your best friend in the summer, because sometimes it's just too hot to wear anything other than an elasticated waistband, in my opinion. One thing I wear all year round is denim, but in the summer is when I tend to put my darker wash denim away, my dark indigos, my black denim, my gray denim, all of that goes into storage, and that's when I bust out my more light blue vintage washes. And something that you might want to consider adding to your wardrobe in the summer is a pair of white denim. This is something new that I am trying. I have actually had these jeans for a while, but I have not been brave enough to wear them because they are white. Now for me, when it comes to my denim in the summertime, I really only exclusively wear looser fitting denim. Whether it be white or a lighter vintage wash, I want my denim to feel looser on the body, not baggy and sloppy, but just giving me a little bit of breathing room to let that air circulate and just so the whole outfit feels really breezy. Next for bottoms, I want to talk about shorts. So there's 3 different silhouettes of shorts that I like to have in my wardrobe for summer. One is your classic kind of casual denim short. They can be cut off or they can be a bit more tailored and polished. So it's really whatever silhouette you feel most comfortable in. And something that's been trending for the past few seasons is a pair of cotton boxer short silhouette like this. These ones are from Jerf Avenue. I've had them for a couple of years and I really, really like them. They're really comfortable, really breezy. These are something that I think looks really cute as a set. So if you have a simple black short like this and a black button down, I think that can look really cute for the summertime. And I do have a pair of blue ones like this that feel a bit more like actual boxing shorts, but these do feel really nice and breezy. And again, having that elasticated waistband I think is so key in the summertime. And then getting into layering, so I am a blazer girl through and through. A blazer is literally my security blanket. I pretty much never have an outfit without it except for today, but you know what? Let's just fix that right here and now. Why not? There we go, that's better. Oh, I just feel like me again. So I love blazers through and through. For me, they add a lot of polish and elevation and sophistication to a look. They also feel really professional, especially if you work in a more corporate, office-y environment. I think they are kind of the hack to easily elevating any outfit, and it's such a nice layering piece to have. But the problem with blazers is a lot of them, especially the good ones, are made of wool. Sometimes they are a wool blend, and they are a bit too hot and heavy to wear in the summer. It's just too much. So if you are a blazer lover like me, then I think it's important to think about adding a linen blazer to your wardrobe. This is one that really caught my eye for the summertime. This one's from Aritzia. So it's a blazer that's made of lyocell and linen, so both very breathable fabrics, and that lyocell is going to help with the wrinkling factor too. And the lining, which is very important, is 100% cotton. So if you do want to add a blazer to your summer wardrobe, a linen blazer, then it's just as important to pay attention to what the lining of the blazer is made out of, if it is lined. And that's just as important as what the actual blazer is made out of, because the lining is what's closer to your body. So if it's lined with something like polyester as opposed to a cotton or a cotton rayon blend, you are just going to sweat your face off and it's not going to be a good time. And then you have to go and get this thing dry cleaned and it's a whole thing. So a linen blazer for me was something that I felt would be a huge value add to my wardrobe. But if you're not into that, then I think another really sort of slept on option as a layering piece in the summer is a vest. Or I think you call these a waistcoat in the UK. Again, I think fabrication is important here, so a linen vest I think is gonna take you further than one that's made of wool. I think a wool vest is a nice layering piece in the fall, winter. I like a vest being worn just like this. You can wear it over top of a t-shirt to get more of a preppy kind of vibe, but I've also layered a vest over things like tank tops, tube tops to show a little bit more skin in this area. And I think a vest is cute enough to be worn on its own. It looks really cute with shorts and maxi skirts. You can layer it over a dress. So if you're not worried about showing your arms or your shoulders, but you still want that little bit of depth and dimension that layering offers when you're building outfits, then don't sleep on trying a vest / waistcoat. And the last thing you want to think about in your summer wardrobe are accessories. So I think we tend to think about clothing and using clothing as tools to elevate our style, but I really think the missing factor and the underrated factor is accessories. I really think accessories is how you take an outfit from good to great, and it's a really nice way that you can express your personal style and your style words in a bit more of a unique way. So things like sunglasses, bags, belts, jewelry, hats. I think that's where you can allow yourself to have a lot of fun in the summer, and that's what's really gonna take an outfit from just feeling really basic to more personal and elevated in a snap. So that's it for my summer wardrobe essentials. These are the pieces that I am so excited to be wearing on repeat this summer, and I think they're gonna really help me feel chic, elevated, and cool and hot all in one throughout the season. So I hope this showed you that even with a lot of basics and neutral colors in a wardrobe, it doesn't necessarily mean that your outfits are going to be boring in the summer. So there's definitely ways to look great and feel great in the hot weather. And let me know in the comments what your summer wardrobe essentials are. Thanks again to Flattered for sponsoring today's video. If you were interested in any of the pieces that you saw today, I'll make sure I leave everything linked down below. And don't forget to check out the description to save 10% off your order. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps me out, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye. Goodbye, goodbye, thank you, goodbye. Thank you, goodbye now. I just watched Aladdin, that's what that's from.